So in this video we shall continue with our Better Buys project. So up until now we have created the splash screen and we were displaying the list of sellers. Okay, so you can see over here, we can see the list of sellers. Now we shall move forward, and then if we click on any of the seller item we should be taken to this page. Okay, so let's start with that. So for that, first I'll create a new screen. Okay, so over here inside screen it is products, product screen dot. Okay, I'll first import material, then create a stateless class, that is product screen. Okay, and over here instead of container it will be a scaffold. Okay, and the scaffold will have a body, and the body for now is gonna be a container. Okay, and the container will have a child, and the child is a text, and the text says product screen. Okay, so this can be referred as a boilerplate code, very basic. Okay, so let's save this. Now in seller screen you can see that I've created a static route name, so I'll do the same for product screen. Over here I'm gonna write static const route name, and it is gonna be product screen. Okay, now I'll add this route name in our main dot. Okay, so over here first I need to import it, so import screens, and then it is product screen. Okay, now over here in inside routes I'll add product screen dot route name. This is gonna be const product screen. Alright, so we have attached the screen to our main fragment. Now let's navigate to that screen. Okay, so for that we will go in our seller item, which is this item. Okay, so now if we click on this we should go to the product screen, so I'll go to the container. Okay, so this is the container, I guess, yes. So now over here I'll wrap it with a gesture detector. Okay, and the gesture detector detects our gesture, and the gesture is gonna be on tap, means we want some action on tap, and the action is very small, means we just need to navigate. So I'm gonna write navigator dot off context push named, and for name again we're gonna need to import that screen. Okay, so over here I'm gonna write import, and then into screens, and then inside the screen it is gonna be product screen. And yes, over here I'm gonna write product screen dot route name, and then I wanna pass the seller which is clicked. Okay, so which in this case is a seller, so I am simply gonna pass it as an argument. So for that I'll use the named parameter arguments, and over here I'll simply pass seller. Okay, so with this the navigation is done. Now it should work. Let's do a full restart to check. Yes, so now if I click on this, I am taken to the product screen. Since no alignment is mentioned, it has gone to the top left corner, but the navigation is working properly. Okay, so that is one thing. Now before continuing, we need to get the products. Okay, so for that we need to do an API call, and as I have promised, I have hosted the API which gives us the list of product. Okay, it is hosted at whoisrishabh.com/pk, and then the other part of the URL. So if you send a request to it, get request, you will get the list of products. So now let's do this from within the app. Okay, so for that, first I need to create a product item. So let's do that. Inside model, I'll create a new file, and that is product dot dot. Okay, so this is gonna be class product, then int id, int seller id, string name, string name. Okay, then we have image, price per kg, description. So string image, int price per kg, because we use camel case over here, price per kg is gonna be like this. And then we have the description. Okay, and then we have interaction count. Right, so now there are actually 2 to 3 methods of creating a class. I'll see which one I am using. Okay, so over here I am using this type of declaration, so I'll use the same over here, because it is always good to maintain uniformity throughout the app. So now over here we have seller from map, so over here it is gonna be product from map, and then we are gonna get a map of dynamic map. Let me check if it was dynamic. Yes, so it is dynamic. Okay, so the first thing is id, so id is again int dot parse map id. Now similarly we have seller id, and over here it is gonna be seller underscore id, because that is the key name over here. Then we have name and image, so name is gonna be map name, and image is gonna be image. Okay, then after that we have price per kg, so it will be like this, price per kg. And then we have description. Over here also it is gonna be description, and then we have interaction count. Alright, so our product classes, product model class is created. Now let's call the API. Okay, or before calling, first we need to add a loading screen over here, so let's do that first. Okay, in the products screen, okay, we have a container. Now inside the container, I'm gonna again copy it from the splash screen, how we had it over there. Okay, so we have a sized box. Okay, so I'll copy this from splash screen to the product screen. Over here, instead of it is gonna be a column with children, so the first child is gonna be a sized box. Okay, and the next one is gonna be loading sellers. Okay, so over here instead of sellers it is gonna be products. loading products, and we need to import Google font. Yes. Okay, let's format this. Over here it is giving us a warning, avoid unnecessary containers. Okay, that is actually correct. We don't need a container because we already have a column. Okay, so let's save this, and it is over here, so I need to bring it to the center. So for that I'll use main axis alignment. Okay, and then it has an enum main axis alignment dot center. Okay, so after that we also have cross axis alignment. When we are talking about column, this is our main axis alignment and this is our cross axis alignment. So we also have a cross axis alignment, and that also has a cross axis enum. Dot center. So we brought this in center as well. Okay, cool. Now let's format this and save this, and we have it over here. Okay, so actually what is happening, that the column is taking only this much space. We want it to take the entire width. Okay, so now we will again have to bring back our container. Okay, and in the container we will give it a width. Okay, and the width of media query dot of dot I guess settings. Okay, no, it is the size. Okay, and then the width or something. Yes, so width. Cool. So now that we have the entire width, let's see how it looks. Okay, so now you can see it is in the center, and this will keep on loading once we have the products. Means once we get the response from the server, we shall display the products over here. Okay, so that we shall see in the next video. Thank you.